Hello, everyone. I was typing and I didn't see that the time had run out. Hello. Hello, Sonia. Good to see you. Hello, Chris. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. If it's your first time here, welcome. We do this. We've been doing this every week for the last 2 years or so. If you have any questions, ask them. If you don't have questions, that's okay too. I monitor the chat. Hello, Marcel. Hello, Nikolai. Good to see you. Hello, Evo. I monitor the chat, so ask questions. There's a very helpful group of people on the chat. Hello, Leslie from the Orcas. If it's not your first time, it's good to see you again. First time here, yeah, Marcel. I didn't recognize the name. Good. So we'll take an hour to an hour and a half to talk all things accordion and music. I have a bunch of questions that I'd love to get to, and we'll get to all of them. Yeah, let me talk about last week. So, we've been doing these live streams where I talk and perform for 2 years. I love it. And last week we tried something new. I reached out to the Accordion Love newsletter. We have lots of people on the newsletter saying, hey, I'm going to start to do Zoom sessions where it's not just me on camera, but it's you with your instrument on camera. A small group of people. We had 7 people for the first Zoom session, and this was just a Q&A, question and answer period. We sat together for an hour and a half, and that's why there was no live stream last week. And it was an experiment. I'd never done that. It was so good. It was so awesome. I think the people that were there found use as well. I've received feedback from you about how useful it was. And I had a really great time to connect with you. So it wasn't just me saying, here's what you do. It was, here's what you do. Show me that or play me that. And then there's a bit more dialogue. So what does that mean? I'm going forward. We're going to try and balance the live Zoom sessions with these live streams. So this time period, the Sunday at whatever time this is, we'll start to balance more of those Zoom sessions with these live streams. I think we'll begin with 2-2, so 2 Sundays a month. I'll do the Zoom session that's open to Accordion Love members, just because the reception was really good. The reception being people liked it and I liked it, and I'd like to do more of it, and I'd like to make it available to more Accordion Love members. We'll do both Q&A sessions and deep dives. So Q&A is come with a question. Deep dive will be let's handle a topic and learn together. And these live streams will continue too, just because it's slightly different. It's more inspiring, and I don't know what it is, but I'd like to try both. Ideally, I think, yeah. Anyways, watch your inboxes. If you're not on the newsletter, go to accordionlove.com. I think near the bottom, it says stay informed. I send out weekly emails with accordion news. Good. That's what's happening. Hello, Christopher. Hello, Chris Horton. Can you say hello to the wife, Allison? She loves the accordion. Allison, you have a good taste in instruments. And hello, Christian. Good to see you. Hello, Vivian. Hello, Bill. Good to see you. Hello, Yeva. Yeah, Travis, will the Zoom be private? The Zoom is private. I will take snippets of it and make a YouTube video from it. Yes. I recorded the first session. My week is crazy. I need to delegate the breaking up of a video into separate, smaller videos to someone. I know how to do it. I know how to delegate. My timetable, I could share this, no one's going to zoom in. My timetable is packed with my full-time work, and Accordion Love is there this week. Yeah, yes, it will be. These Zoom sessions are private. They're only open to Accordion Love members, these Q&A sessions, and there's no fee. If you're a member of Accordion Love, you will get invited and you will attend these sessions. Hello, my mom from Toronto. Hello, Janice. Good to see you. And Marcel, I own 2 accordions that I play. This red one, and there's a sister accordion to this one, the exact same one in black inside that I play. And then I have 2 12 bass accordions that I play when I want to demonstrate 12 bass. I have 3 12 bass accordions. I forgot about that one. I have this antique one that I bought for $75 that I never play. And there's one that was gifted to me that needs repair that I need to give to Martin. Good. Let's start. Good. That was the housekeeping notes about the live Zoom session. We'll keep doing them. Those of you that showed interest, there were a lot of you. I have space for about 7 people at a time. I think that's the amount of time that is required. And about 40 people presented interest. So we'll get to everyone. I'll start with a song. And then I'll get to some Q&A. And if you have your instrument, today I'll show Klezmer basics. This is kind of Klezmer month that happens to be. Nikolai, the old white Camillo, I've taken to Toronto. Every time I went to Toronto, my family lives in Toronto and I work in Toronto, I went without an accordion, and so I would borrow an accordion or I would rent one from a store, but it was a bit out of the way. So I have a storage locker in Toronto where the Camillo sits. It's heated, and it just sits there waiting for me when I come to be able to have a white Camillo in Toronto. And the 72 bass Waldmeister, I've given to Martin just because it was too much to replace the bellows, and I think he's gonna sell it, but it's been with him for 3 years. I don't know what happened to it. I think it's there. Hello, Richard. So, should we start? I kind of want to instruct more. I don't feel like playing too much, but let's play. Let's play a Klezmer. I'll play Klezmer music, and then I'll get to how to play Klezmer music, how to dissect it. I'll cover it in about 15 minutes. Way too short of time to cover Klezmer, but I'll show you where to get resources and what the hands are doing, and we'll discuss the rhythm too. Starting with a doina. Hello, Joe. To answer your question, Guy, the first tune was Reb David, Rabbi David. The second tune was Freilich number 3. Let me show you where to find them, and then I'll break down what happened, and I'll answer some of the questions that came on screen. So, on accordionlove.com, if you go up at the top to lessons, under Klezmer, scroll down a bit for Jewish Klezmer accordion songs. Am I not logged in? I am logged in. The first one was Reb David, Rabbi David. The second one was Silver Wedding. I opened them up here. Remember, these were the old ones. You can find the lesson in the sheet music for Reb David. The other one, Freilich number 3, with a sheet music. In general, before you start pulling up the sheet music, I would highly suggest this introduction guide to klezmer music, which I'll kind of discuss right now. In the introduction, I give a few answers about the scales that are being used, about what are the chord progressions, right? 3 klezmer scales, a quick guide. Watch this. It'll give you a good idea of what's happening, so you're not just saying, oh, where did this chord come from? But let me explain that. So, Freilich number 3, Reb David, but let's discuss klezmer as a style of music. Before I answer that, Tristan, that's awesome. This is the first song you learned from me 10 years ago. Thanks a million. Amazing. Someone asked a question if I know a song. I don't know that song. Sorry, I'm just going through the. Hi, Didi. Good to see you. Nice to see you, Annie Stern. Someone asked a question, and that's okay. Good. So, what's happening in klezmer music? This month's challenge, the monthly challenge, is to come up with a klezmer pattern. So, klezmer has a scale that every single klezmer song will have that scale. In the challenge, I present the scale. It's the Phrygian dominant scale. Is that true? Yeah, if you Wikipedia it, you'll see the notes. It's right, so we're D, E flat, F sharp, G, A. That sound. Let me make a cleaner sound. D, E flat, F sharp, G, A. Very Jewish. It has that Eastern European fantastic. And then from the A we can use the B flat and the C as well. So your right hand will always use those notes. Because this class right now is about klezmer practice and klezmer basics, if you want to get good at klezmer, if you want to learn any of those songs, your 15 minutes of practice, your right hand is going up and down the klezmer scale. Same fingering as a major and minor scale. 1, 2, 3, slide your thumb under. G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, Richard, the klezmer scale works in all keys, in which case you look at the spacing between the notes. So I'll share my screen to answer that. We're doing let me show you how I'm thinking about it. This is the Accordion Love forum. I go to the November challenge, the klezmer scale, and I have this Wikipedia link, the Phrygian dominant scale. Here it is in C major, here it is in D major, but there's notation that shows you how to build the scale. So, the sequence of steps forming it, any key that you choose, if it's G, half a step, half a step again, whole step, half a step, whole, that's not right. I'm both reading and I'm listening, I want it to sound like this. In G. In E. Right? So, my suggestion to you, I believe I've transcribed all of the Klezmer songs into D major. Really typical Klezmer kind of key. Your practice is to for your fingers to land like this. And then up. You could do triads that way too as well, if you want. But in general, the November challenge is for you to come up with cool licks, right? That sounds nice. Hello, Kevin. To come back a little bit, what does Klezmer do? The right hand will always do a combination of that scale. It will find a way to be cryptic and beautiful, right? Fine. The left hand, what does the left hand do? If we're playing a song in D major, that's our Klezmer scale, the typical chords, if you remember blues, the blues uses the blues scale, and the blues pattern is a 1 to a 4 to a 5. Klezmer, if we're doing a Klezmer song, we're going from let me share my screen. Klezmer does this. Klezmer goes from a D down to a C minor and then up to a D again. We can do a D7 to make it more Klezmer-y. Klezmer does that. Klezmer goes up, which sounds very similar. The C minor and the E flat sound very, very similar. Not D minor, D major. And Klezmer loves to go to a G minor. It loves to resolve. We know that building tension, resolve. So let me play these 3 examples. D7, and I'm just going to use an oompa pattern. D7, D7. If we were to do a Klezmer scale over this, here's what it sounds like. Just a D7, right? Okay. But let's try pattern 1. D7, C minor, D7. I'll do that same. You know what we'll do? We'll be smart about it. I'm going to loop my right hand, so we'll just play with the left hand. I have a loop pedal. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try pattern 1. D7. Let's try pattern 1, C minor. D down, C minor. Up. That's D7 to C minor. Again, that ya ba 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 ba. Back to D. Da da. Nice. Let's try pattern 2. It will sound very similar to pattern 1. I'll do it live so it's easier to emphasize the chord change. I'll do pattern 1 and then I'll do pattern 2. See if you can tell the difference. Pattern 1. I'm going to do pattern 2. So again, pattern 1, pattern 2. Between a C minor and the E flat, the only difference is the C to the B flat. E flat, C minor. pattern 1, pattern 2. Let me loop just the left hand patterns. And again, the rhythm, ba, 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 pattern 1. Now I'll do pattern 2. Pattern 2. Pattern 1. So, that's the bones, that's the foundation that klezmer is built on. Pattern 3, the D7 to G minor, resolves tension. So usually we'll have pattern 1 or 2. D7 to C minor to D. To go to the bridge or to go to the chorus, we'll resolve to the G minor. G minor. C minor. So those 3 chords, the D7, the C minor, and the D7, with an eventual dip into the G minor, are the building blocks of klezmer. We're not referring to rhythms. You could even omit the rhythm. Just D. C minor. Back to the D7. And it's that unresolved tension where you expect it to resolve it by hitting the G minor, but instead we go down again. Back to D7. And now G minor. To D7. To that C minor. Yes, Viv 100% play alternate bass as well. To learn, I'm doing oompa oompa. Alternate bass works great. Like a very slow, a polka. We can do that too. Alternate bass works great. Now, there are different rhythms in klezmer. There's Bulgar, there's Freilich, there's Hora. Depending on the region, depending if there's a dance, play around with it. In each of those songs, in the klezmer section on Accordion Love, I show you which rhythm works with a specific song, like Hava Nagila. Alternate bass. There are certain different rhythms, right? Da, da, da. You could use a tango rhythm. But again, what I want you to understand as a klezmer basics is that the klezmer scale is used extremely frequently. And your 15 minutes of practice is your hand going up and down. Advanced players start introducing those trills and ornaments. And for left hand, play with those patterns. Sing along. Da 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 da. Do da 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 da. Great. do that over and over again, apart from songs. And then the last part, so 15 minutes of practice, choose a song from the klezmer section and work on it. See what they're doing. Oh, that's a cool pattern. For Reb David. D major to G minor. Cool. D major to G minor. All of a sudden, the song is not so ethereal. It's not so... What's a better word for it? It's not... All of a sudden, the song... You understand why the song is doing what it's doing. Good. Sorry, it's weird to hear myself through the headphones. All of a sudden, the song is making sense. It's not just in the ether. It's not just out there. It's tangible. Oh, D major, G minor, D major, G minor. I know those chords. I've been practicing them. Oompa pa oompa, 100%. Good. Good. I'll leave it there. I will show you that. What will I show you? I will show you that on Accordion Love again. Practice the basics and beyond the basics, but take a look at the klezmer section. We have lots of songs, plus explanations about what the song is doing, why it's doing it. All these awesome klezmer songs. Some of these songs, this is a Jewish klezmer. O Hanukkah will not have a pure klezmer scale. But again, really worthwhile. The other thing I'm going to mention, we have a 1-month free trial for Accordion Love. So if you're looking to learn klezmer or any of these techniques, any of these songs, there it is. Go to this URL, accordionlove.com/1 month. 1 month obligation free. You can cancel at any time. You're not charged for the month. Give it a try. See if it helps you. Good. I'll pause there. Yeah, you know they exist. Let's do klezmer with musette, 100%. And I'll do it using tradition from Fiddler on the Roof. Good questions. And I'll get to the other questions around. So, this is musette. D major. Klezmer. Klezmer scale in B flat. That's the klezmer scale. That's the that's tradition with musette versus single reed. I enjoy playing with both of them. I think a full sound sounds great. I also like a tone chamber would be great. Do I have top and bottom? Maybe. But again, looking at the song, it's such a joy to play because I understand it. Who day and night must struggle for a living. D major, C minor, say his da-da-da-da. D major, say his daily prayers. The mamas, D major, C minor. Tradition. Or we could do part 2, D to E flat. The papas, E flat. Tradition. Easy when we know those chords. And the scale, why I said it was awesome to play. There's my klezmer scale. Da 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 da. All of tradition is written with those 5 notes. Those 3 notes. End it. Da 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 da. And then we can improvise over it. Right? Hello, Anna from Toronto. Good. Do I play alternate bass technique? Yes, someone asked a question. I know in Irish music, a lot of the songs are in D. Does klezmer also tend to fall into usually being played in a clarinet in a certain key? I know you just said all keys, but I think you get what I mean. Yeah. No one ever plays it in B flat klezmer. You get together with a group of klezmer musicians. You're either in E major, D major, G major. That's what I've played klezmer in. Usually D major. I have a clip from mine and Kate's wedding where my band played, and halfway through the night we played tradition, and the band just knew to get into D major. It was a common key. If I would have played in B flat, you would have seen a bit more stumbling. Yeah, the D, C minor to G minor, exactly. Yeah, Anna, we just I'm sharing my screen. We just went through the D to C minor, the D to E flat, and finally resolving to D to G minor. That's the building blocks of klezmer music. Good. Hello, Ronan. I love your videos about learning by ear. How important do you think it is to know how to read sheet music? It's really important. I've only ever played by ear. Would you recommend learning sheet music? The Bacon Man. Oh, it's a good question. I don't read sheet music well. I am illiterate when it comes to reading sheet music. I understand once I know the song, I could follow along with sheet music, but I don't read sheet music. In the same way that you give a novel to someone and you say read, I feel like I don't know how to read. I feel left out when my bandmates, even in a recording studio, were given a sheet of music, a song that someone wrote, and I saw my band looking at it and going, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's smart. I like what you did there. It was a language that I didn't speak, and I felt left out. Now, I asked the band to play the song twice, and I was right up there with them. And I could follow along if I needed to, but that initial being able to look at music and understand and hear in my head what's happening, I don't have that skill. To answer your question, how important is it to know how to read sheet music? It's a really crucial tool. It's a crucial tool. I think it's like, to use the analogy of recipes, I could look at a pizza and say, okay, there's flour and water and some yeast, probably some salt, tomato on top, and then cheese. And I can mess around with it and get good enough that I can make a very good pizza. But when a group of people get together and say, here's my dough, I use 70% hydration. If I don't speak that language, if I can't look at a recipe card and say, 70% hydration, and that means this much water and this much flour, or they're using this kind of low moisture cheese or high moisture cheese, if I can't follow that recipe, it might be limiting. For me, personally, I'm okay with not reading sheet music, but because I don't play in a band right now, because I'm not learning classical music. For popular songs, sheet music isn't as required. So I guess Bacon Man depends what kind of music you want to play. If you want to start delving into classical music, learn sheet music. If you want to play with others, learn sheet music. I don't read sheet music, and I'm okay, but I need ways around it. To go back to the cooking analogy, I know how to make pizza, and I know how to read a recipe, so I know how to alter it and how to read someone else's recipe card, but it's like you don't know how to read the recipe card. You can get around it. You can be very talented in making pizza, but as soon as something new comes around, as soon as we're making whole wheat pizza, the recipe changes, and it's helpful to read. Yeah. To Doug's point, my auditory memory is fantastic. I can play song. That's what I spoke about, was the benefits of sheet music, the benefits of a recipe card. It's really, really helpful to be able to play by ear. I'll show you. What do I want to show you? If you go to Accordion Love and you scroll down a little bit, I have a series of blog posts, and it's called hand-ear coordination exercises for the accordion, as well as how to play and memorize your first accordion song by ear. I love playing by ear. And there's this example. Remember that scene in Anchorman when Ron Burgundy reads exactly what's written on the teleprompter? I'm Ron Burgundy, instead of I'm Ron Burgundy. There is a huge benefit to relying on your ear as well. Sheet music and ear training, match made in heaven. They should each weigh as heavily. Sheet music is one part of learning music. I don't want you to perform with sheet music if possible. Bring it into to yourself so you can actually perform the song like tradition. I don't want to see I want you to play like that the first week, and then I don't want you to read anymore. I want you to understand the Klezmer scale. That's another part of your toolkit. Good. To do trills and ornaments because you feel it, because you hear it. And big part of that is learning to play by ear, getting a connection between what you're hearing and what you're playing, and understanding the song. I think it's really... Hello, David Oliver! I think that's really crucial, to understand what you're doing. The same thing applies to math. The same thing applies to so many principles. We don't just read what to do. I started judo again. I'm not just doing the motion. I'm understanding what I'm doing. I'm reading my opponent. There's a rhythm to it. Good. Someone else had a question. Is that true? Or did I read the question? I've only ever played by ear. Would you recommend learning sheet music? Yes. But if playing by ear works for you, keep at it. If there's no deficiency, keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, Marie used sheet music as an aid. Yes. Hello, Jorge. Good to see you. Good. That's the 15 minutes of klezmer music. What is the difference? Do I have a diatonic accordion lessons? No, I don't, Jose. We have a few students that play diatonic accordion. Is that true? Maybe they play chromatic accordion. I don't offer lessons, but let me segue a little bit. Jan, we have a few Jans, so I'm not going to say which Jan. Jan asked a question of me over email. Jan is getting... I always think it's a good idea to get a piano teacher to improve your accordion playing. The reason being, it's easier to find a good piano teacher in your area, likely, than to find a good accordion teacher or any accordion teacher in your area. Even in a big city, in New York, it's probably hard to find a good accordion teacher within your area than to find a really good piano teacher. So, why do we get a piano teacher? So Jan's question to me was, Jan's taking his first piano... Jan plays accordion. He has his first lesson with a piano teacher for accordion this coming Monday. And Jan's question was, are there any questions I should ask this teacher? I'm not sure what to ask. It's a piano teacher. Will they be able to help me with accordion? or do I just play? And I answered Jan, but I wanted to discuss it because the question about do I teach diatonic accordion? I don't. Oh, trill versus ornament. Sorry, Gary. So, a good teacher, a good cello teacher, a good piano teacher will be able to help you with your accordion playing. A good piano teacher, so my recommendation to Jan was obviously to sit down for 5 minutes or over email to say, I'm looking to get better at playing accordion. The piano teacher will not be able to say, do this technique on accordion. Your left hand is doing something strange. They'll be able to explain to you to make this passage of the song more musical. The piano teacher will be able to look at your right hand and say, hey, when you're doing this, fix your fingering. The right hand of the accordion is the exact same as the piano. Instead of this, it's this. A piano teacher will be able to say, let's make your right hand more melodic. We'll be able to say, switch your thumb under. The exact same scales, triads, and arpeggios. A good teacher will be able to look at the song as a whole and you as a student as a whole and give you recommendations on performance. Even you could show the piano teacher and say, hey, I'm looking to jump from here to there. They might be able to say, oh, there's not enough air in the bellows. But in general, they might say, give more emphasis. And it's up to you as the accordion player to say, oh, that means I need to control my air better. So big benefit from even 1 or 2 lessons with a piano teacher. Again, they may not be able to say, put the accordion here, but they might say, hey, your right hand is hovering and you're saying, oh, I shouldn't be wearing the accordion like this. You need to say, it needs to sit like that. So it's putting a bunch of things together. I did a survey of Accordion Love students last month. 40-something% of you just use Accordion Love as a resource, but there was a big proportion of you that have live lessons and you supplement it with Accordion Love. So it's always a great idea. Yeah, it's rare for me to say this. It's a really good idea, almost always, to have a few lessons with a piano teacher to supplement your accordion playing. About the diatonic comment, we have a few. You can look at the Accordion Love forum at the monthly challenges. People do the challenges on different instruments than a piano accordion. The idea being, they take my lessons about this, they apply it to their instrument, and it's more about understanding, it's more about the musicality, it's more about those things than the physical application of where do I put my fingers. There are other resources online for that. Usually people come to Accordion Love to get, again, to make the song their own with whatever instrument. I remember watching a few master classes, both on piano and even with cello. I think there are things that, maybe it was Yo-Yo Ma, explaining a passage of a song and where to put the emphasis. And we can apply those lessons regardless of our instrument, right? If I'm playing recorder, which I play terribly, part of playing recorder is understanding the fingering, and I should pull up a recorder fingering chart for that. But past a certain level, at the intermediate level, a cello teacher should be able to come in, listen to me playing and say, okay, can we make it a bit more connected, more legato? Yes, I can try and make it more legato. And that's my answer. Go for it. If you have a good piano teacher in your area, they'll be able to help you very much with the accordion, much more so than a cello teacher teaching a recorder. The right hand of the piano and the right hand of the accordion is the same movement. Bellow control's different, but they'll be able to help you. Good. Sorry, Gary, you're asking what's the difference between a trill and an ornament? I think a trill is a kind of ornament. There are different kinds of ornaments. One ornament could be using an accidental or sliding up to a note like this. That's a trill. It's not an... that's an ornament. It's not a trill. This is an ornament. This is an ornament. trill is a kind of ornament. Imagine Christmas decorations. They're all ornaments, but you could have a sparkly one. You could have one of those balls. You could have that kind of stuff. Different types of... Yeah, Jan, I've played a curved keyboard accordion. I had one on a live stream. It went like that. It was very easy to play the high notes. Instead of me having to do this is easy to play, but as our hand comes down, it would be nicer if it was here. It was cool. It was a cool little gimmick. Yeah. Yeah, Richard, I wanted to answer that. When you played standing up, my accordion dropped down a bit and my hands are a bit out of position. I missed more often. How do I get used to it? Two things. One, your question about standing up. The other one about nervousness of playing in front of people. The more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. The more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get. Both playing in front of people and playing standing up. So I'll stand up. The camera won't capture my head. So playing standing up, the accordion, I wear my accordion quite high. Some people wear it like this. Too low for me. So, the more you do it, the better it is. Now, having said that, playing standing up, a back strap really helps. And it causes a bit of back pain. If I play standing up, I'm bouncing a lot. But the more you practice standing up, I think the more you'll get used to that position. But again, make sure the accordion is up here and not down there. But again, it requires all of a sudden you're engaging your core to be able to support the accordion. So it's tough, Richard. One of the main things that happens to me when I play standing up, sitting down, the accordion is supported on my thigh. So when this opens, my left hand doesn't need to support the bellows very much. My left hand is guiding the bellows, right? I'm not supporting the weight, right? Pushing back. But the bellows is at this height. As soon as I stand up, nothing is supporting the bellows except for my left hand. So when I push, I need to push back, and all of a sudden this motion happens. There's like a 5-pound weight that I need to do this motion with. So muscles will get sore, spines will curve a little bit, posture needs to happen. To play standing up, play little bit at a time. Play a little bit at a time until you're starting to get used to that shape. I'm famous for playing like this. If I'm playing standing up, which I love to do, my spine will do this. It looks great. It's not great for the body. And then nervousness of playing in front of people. Start playing in front of... reduce the stress. Play in front of... I was painfully shy playing in front of people. I started to play in my parents' backyard when I was in university and got the accordion. I started to play around my street, not just accordion, harmonica, maybe my ukulele. I went to the park where there were no people, but I started to play in settings that weren't so familiar. Started to play outside because so much changes when you play outside. It's hard all of a sudden to introduce no walls and sun and people. So start introducing little elements. Play in your backyard, play on a balcony, play outside in a park, take your accordion where they used to play at a soccer field. And still, if someone came, I was very self-conscious. Very slowly increasing the publicness with which you play. And then the other part is obviously being comfortable with the song that you're playing, having songs that you're comfortable playing, all those things about public performances. Good. I started live lessons with an accordion teacher. Amazing, Ramona. Had organ lessons way back. She's helping with the bellows control and left hand struggles. Wonderful. Good. I had a question about, or there were questions about, yeah, piano teacher, we did. Richard, I hope that helped. For sure, Connie. That's a big part of it. Connie's discovered that people are so excited to see an accordion in real life that they are only half listening to the music. For sure. Oh, someone asked a question before, not Marcel. Someone asked a question, what's a song that I can use to impress my friends? A song that you know. Any song that you know. To Connie's point, people will be so excited just to see that an accordion. Make sure you're not stumbling. I remember being in the hallway of my building in Toronto and coming downstairs. I would play in the courtyard, and a group of people stopped me and said, oh, do you play that? Can you play us a song? And I remember just doing this because I did it. I knew how to play songs, but I played the first 3 bars of Godfather Waltz, just introducing the left hand. So just this beautifully. Oh, someone who's never heard accordion or seen it in real life, introduce it slowly. Just doing that beautifully. A beautiful D7 or D major. You have them in the palm of your hands. And then... And I remember I stopped there. And that was all. It was like a 15-second encounter. I think that's how you impress your friends. Show them something beautiful, right? So make sure you know the song. And if you don't know a song, if you're just learning the Klezmer scale, D7. And a D major scale going up. Down. And if it's musical, if there's dynamics, I think that impresses friends. Yeah. Versus stumbling a little bit. Your friends will love whatever you do. They're your friends. But if you want to showcase the instrument, show how comfortable you are using it, right? Good. Rudy, you played at a barbershop. That's a great location. Mimi, it's a great question. I don't know if I've developed shoulder strain or asymmetry. I think yes. Sitting in front of a computer for hours and hours a day, I think has caused more back pain and neck pain. When I started accordion, my tricep would be so strained just from, I used to play for 2 hours outside, 3 hours, multiple times a week. So just this, lifting this much weight over and over again. I think my spine is curved like this naturally, or like this. It's curved like this. So I think maybe that caused more strain. And it was already exasperated like that. Maybe that's a word. And shoulder and back in general, yes, I think so. But I'm not a back practitioner. I don't know. You'd have to ask a massage or a physiotherapist. But most things, whether it's violin, whether it's clarinet, whether it's sitting in front of a computer or our phones, I think will cause back issues and neck issues and body issues. Kim, what song did you play? Christian, yes. That's okay. Ryan works too. Yeah, I'm still extremely shy. The accordion helps a lot, being comfortable with something. Good. I wanted to... Let's play some music and then I'll touch on... Swimming is a good way to balance upper extremely musculature. 100%. This motion, Swimming is like the best thing in the world. Access to swimming is harder. Good, let's play Stanley, awesome. What should we play? Let's play let's pull up the Toccata in D minor and Nightmare Before Christmas. Beautiful songs that I don't know. What's this month's forum challenge? Oh, El Condor Pasa, right? Over on the forum, click on forum on Accordion Love. On Showcase You're Playing, Kyle and others, Ronan's coloring book. We should look at Rudy's photos too. Paintings. There's a tune of the month. And let me make it sticky. No, it is sticky already. El Condor Pasa. Last week, Libertango. Unbelievable. This month, El Condor Pasa. If I Could. Beautiful song. I'll play it. And we'll go on to other songs. Girl from Ipanema. You're asking all the songs that I don't know how to play. Ta, 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 ta. just reading Arcadiona's. Do you think it would be a good idea to play If I Were a Rich Man with a rhythm? Dum pa pa dum pa dum pa pa dum pa instead of dumpa. Yeah, 100%. If I were a rich man. I would start off with an easier rhythm because the syncopation is tough. If you're just getting started, oompa oompa. More advanced. Mark, that's normal. Someone was asking about Addams Family. Anna has a beautiful performance and tutorial for Addams Family. It's on her YouTube channel, and she did it for the monthly challenge. Let me show you how to find it, because it's easier to show you than to talk about it. On Accordion Love, the forum, go to accordionlove.com, click on forum for the October monthly challenge. I'm going to Control F and look for Anna. The Addams Family theme, Anna. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Watch Anna. Oh, beautiful accordion again. There's a performance, and then there's the tutorial on how to play Addams Family. Yeah, awesome. Anna Dalvey is the YouTube. Subscribe, like, comment. Awesome. Thank you for the challenge, Anna, and for your performance and tutorial. Hello, Kasparov. Yes, Leandro. Let me play If I Have a Dry. It's been so long. Mark, you should have two buttons that are indented or have a divot. The C should have, usually it has a divot. The E will have a spike, and the A flat will have a spike too. C should be the one. If you play your thing, does it sound like this? La. Or does it sound like this? La. This is the E. Ta. This is the C. La. Figure out which one it is. If it's E, good, but you should have one on the C. C is a must. You could always put a little sparkle on it or something. No, Sherbuick. I have not heard of the music of Vladimir. He was an incredible accordion player from Tuva. Send me links with the music. Ronan at accordionlove.com. I would love to hear it. Let's play If I Have a Dry. Again, let me remind you, we have a 1-month free trial at Accordion Love. It could be that the divot or the little sparkle fell off. Yeah, check again. There should be one there as well. Let's play Viva Dry. It's a beautiful song. I'm going to play standing up. I probably won't show my face because I'm going to be standing up, but just for me, there's a certain expression. There's an energy that comes from standing up. But then the microphones won't pick up the music. I'll play sitting down. Thank you, Pat. Yeah, I like that. That was Viva Dry with a bit of improvisation. You have to leave, no problem. Thank you, Christian, for coming. Thank you for attending the live stream last week too. The more treble button, the larger the accordion, usually there'll be more keyboard buttons, more treble buttons, usually more sounds, but not necessarily. Usually 120 bass, you'll have, it's a bigger accordion. Good. I had another thing to cover, but that's okay. It doesn't have to happen. It was nice to play music. Let me go to Shoshanim is beautiful. This is the Klezmer. I didn't even know it was going to be Klezmer week, but you're right. Havanagila is a good one. Let's do Erev Shel Shoshanim. Limon Chiki is great, but I was going to go to North American songs just because they're beautiful songs. St. James Infirmary. mit Nacht. Nothing is jumping out at me. The Fool on the Hill is a good one. In My Life, who played John? John from the UK. You played Across the Universe. What a beautiful song. John played Across the Universe for John Goodwin for the October Challenge. Our House is beautiful. Nature Boy, David Oliver. Thank you for the suggestion. Let's play. Suspirium is beautiful. All these songs are beautiful. The Fool on the Hill. I'm going to do a little medley. Why not? Where are we? Here we are. Let's do it. Hello, Adrian. Good to see you. Thank you, Lynn. We're going to do Fool on the Hill, In My Life, Across the Universe, Nature Boy, Suspirium. Zemeratik. I don't know that one, Travis. And hello, Wookie. Trying to remember Nature Boy. Might take me a little bit. Ronan, when you play, do you use your left hand play to guide through your play? For sure. G minor guides where my right hand will go. My hand did this. Missed it a bit. Because these... I'm in G minor. The melody... the left hand is guiding what my right hand is doing, where my playing is going. It's going to go to A7. My hand did this because I know a C sharp may be in the melody. I know my left hand is going to go to D minor. My hand did this without me thinking. Or maybe it thought, but it's subconscious. I'm going to the D minor triad. There was a boy. My left hand dictated what the melody is. I don't know Nature Boy. I know the melody. There was a boy. I kind of remember there being some sort of progressive bass pattern. D minor, E diminished, F to G minor. The left hand is dictating what the rest of the playing is doing. D minor? Yes. Yeah. Thank you, DD. Good. I wanted to do Our House, Nature Boy, Suspirium. I just see the preview of what the songs are. Thank you for that original suggestion, David Oliver, for Nature Boy. Beautiful song. Let's do Suspirium. Again, Suspirium, I don't know what... Suspirium is a song where I know the chords, kind of. Ba-ba-da-da, boop-ba-da-da. I actually don't know the chords, but the left hand will let me know where to go. The first time around, I usually apologize because I don't know exactly what's happening. I'm figuring it out as I play it. And then eventually it all clicks by the second time around. Let's do do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hello, Mike. That was Sal. Sally, you finally caught alive. Awesome. Sorry, Sal, I was deep into Suspirium, Richard into the chords, and then Sal opened the door, and it terrified me. That's okay. Let's do one more song. I don't know Harbor Lights. I'm happy it's a popular song. I'll do one more song. I'll do Our House by CSNY. Let's do it. And then we'll do this again next week. There might be a Zoom lesson next week. Stay tuned to your email. 1 month free trial to Accordion Love. All the songs that I've been playing today, is that true? All of them, yeah, have been from Accordion Love. Check it out. There's a 1 month free trial. Cancel at any time. No obligation. I encourage you to check it out. Use this URL. Our House. You know what? The kids are going, so I have to go. But good to see you. I'll see you next week. Keep an eye out on your email. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.